From Randolph Macon College, we're joined by head coach Ray Hedrick and student athletes Rick Spires and Nick Milo. Coach, your opening remarks.
Great college baseball game. I know probably I went a little too long for most people here into Sunday morning, but thought it was a great college baseball game. Both teams had a multitude of opportunities to put that game away earlier. Was really proud of our guys for battling. You know, we had some missed chances. They had some missed chances. And in the end, they executed and put together a big inning. And but that's what happens in championships. And Chase does a great job with his club. You knew they were going to rebound from yesterday's game against us, and this is the way it should be. We should be playing for something like this in an if game, and hopefully the best team will represent the Mid-East going to Appleton.
Coach, yesterday you were talking about a happy medium with your offense. Tonight, 2 runs doesn't really represent that, but you had your opportunities. A couple of them you had bases loaded, no outs in the second inning. You were only able to get 1 run across, and then the second and third, 1 out in the 11th inning. Those had to be tough ones to only come away with 1 run in those innings.
Yeah, that was the bases loaded situation. To put us up 2-0. I mean, I thought Christian put a ball in play and he hit it hard. I thought they positioned well and they were in where the shortstop was where he needed to be to turn the double play. But I think at the end, they pitched, they competed. I mean, Ethan went 10 innings and he hadn't thrown. I mean, I don't think he'd had a CG all year if I looked at the stats correctly. So, I mean, let's not talk about why our hitters weren't successful. Let's talk about what he did to be successful. And I think he did an excellent job of mixing his pitches. His slider was a good pitch today. His fastball was running in on our right-handers, and we just weren't able to necessarily get the bat head out like we normally would. And I mean, I'm proud of my guys. I still think, just like yesterday, we put together some tough at-bats. Ethan was better. Most of the time, and even in situations with runners in scoring position late in the game when Shane came in. I mean, that's why his numbers are where they are. So let's give credit where credit's due. Those guys went out and they were tough as nails and they competed on the mound, and tonight they were better.
Nick, you had a couple of hits, but like Coach said, what's it like whenever you're up there in the batter's box against a pitcher like Ethan, who he hasn't had a lot of experience, but tonight he did very well. Is it frustrating for you guys that you weren't able to string a couple hits together or come up with that clutch hit?
Well, I thought we were just like a hit or two away from breaking it open. I mean, he was in the zone most of the game, and we put together good at-bats, I thought. And, I mean, I just thought we were just 1 or 2 hits away from just breaking it open, and just needed that one hit, and it just didn't come.
Rick, you have 3 home runs on the season, 2 in the last 2 games. The leadoff home run, you guys couldn't have asked for a better start. What was that like? And talk about how it really gave your team momentum right from the start.
Starting the game, I just want to try to get on base, just get something going. Not necessarily looking for a home run, but I think it was awesome. It was a great feeling, and I was hoping that was going to jump our offense and get us started.
Coach, you're 7-0 this year after you don't win the previous game. Does that give you a little bit of confidence coming in tomorrow?
Oh, that's what I talked to the guys in left field about. We're 35-7. I mean, we are a good quality team. We came into this with 9 straight wins. When you're at this level, playing against this caliber of competition, it's just not going to be easy. And there aren't many teams in the country tougher and better than La Roche. I mean, they're what now? 30. They're 40-10. Is that right? 40-10. I mean, goodness gracious, they played 50 games and they've won 40 of them. So, yes, I'd like to think that our guys will be confident. I mean, right now they're not. Right now they're down. They're frustrated. They're disappointed. But I'd like to think that, once they get up tomorrow morning and I don't know if the sun's going to be out, but, once it's a new day and it's a new day at the ballpark and they get off that bus, there'll be a new energy, a new enthusiasm, and a new opportunity. We are still 1 game away from competing in the program's first College World Series, and that's something to be excited about. And for our seniors, they're competing for a regional championship for the first time in their career and in the program's career. So lots of things to be positive about, and I would like to think that our guys, knowing the history of this year and being 35-7, that, yeah, we can be pretty geeked up and excited going into tomorrow.
Was the quick turnaround
turnaround benefit either team, or do you think it's just going to go out there and your best guns against their best guns?
I think it's going to come down to who's tougher. I mean, I really, truly do. I mean, Chase and I are sitting there. Of course, it's going to rain tomorrow, and they want to start the game at 10. Well, no, let's go at 11. Well, let's go at 11:30. We're negotiating because these guys aren't going to get to bed till 2, and they're going to be tired, and they're going to be could be lethargic, and it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be dreary, and who's going to be tougher? I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. Who's going to handle the adversity better? Who's going to be able to play hard? Who's going to be able to make things happen? To me, I think the turnaround is going to have equal effect on both teams, but it's going to come down to who is going to be the tougher team, who's going to handle the adversity the best, and I won't say who wants it more because we're both going to want it, but who's able to grind through it more effectively.